The second step in milling a bangle bracelet on an XL fixture, Revo Model C, is to set up the flat milling file. So this is step 2. The file that's in the tutorial, the written tutorial, is basically a 60 millimeter diameter ring or circle, followed by a creation file. We're actually using the edge profile placer 01, and we made it 9 millimeters wide, so that's this one here. And then we used sweep 1, and we swept this surface. Very simple. The next thing I did is I put in custom border curves, 2 millimeters inside and 2 millimeters outside of the diameter of the inner and outer edges of our model. And last but not least, we put in some inside and some outside supports. Please be aware that you want to keep your outside supports down here at the 45-degree angle or down to the bottom. Don't put them out to the side. Don't put them straight out the bottom, as they will can conflict with the total milling area of the XL fixture and block you from making a tool path. So I always put my outside supports here at these angles on the outside. The other smart thing to do is to go ahead and group those. Group the 4 of those on the outside so they're easy to use. The next thing we need to do is orient our entire model properly for what we're going to do. And what we want to do is come over here in the side view and rotate it by 90 degrees. We want it standing on its edge in the looking down view. And we want to see it as a ring in through finger. So that's the orientation we want for this model. The next thing we're going to do is go to our builder, Revo C. We enter the model, the entire model, into our model window here. It comes up as a non-ring model because that is the way we want to process it. We go to user supports. User supports is on, and this is where grouping these 4 guys works great. Throw them in there. It says mill supports not recognized. And now we're going to come down here and tell we're going to be working in the XL fixture, which is a 95-105 by 10. Perfect. That's exactly what we want. Now let's go back a little bit. Notice that we have auto center is turned on, user supports is turned on. It is a ring model, and we put our values in here. Next step. We stay with our 10 millimeter wax. It's only 9 millimeters thick, so it works perfect. Here we get to pick our sides, and we're going to go 3 sides at edge. Go next. Here we're going to pick our 10-degree cutter. Stick with our 04. If you want to go a little quicker, you can go to 05. On a large object like this with a smooth surface, it'll look great. Otherwise, you can go to your default, which is 03. I'm going to go to 05. Next, here, we've got a couple different things going on. We've got our cutout edge curve, which we have none of. And we have the top down as designated by the 90-degree. And we have back and front, which are designated by 0 and 180. We do not want this side cut, so we're going to delete it. We only want the 0 and the 180, and we don't have a cutout edge curve, so we delete that as well. Okay, the next thing we need to do is put in our borders. Custom border on the first side. What we do is come down here to borders, turn on manual borders by clicking here, and we will hold down our shift key and highlight both of our borders. That way all we're cutting is just the bangle. We don't need this inside cut out at all. That's a waste of time, make a big mess. We're not worried about it. We're going to throw it away anyway. Do the exact same thing here. Put those in, and now we're going to make the tool path. And here we are with our 2 tool paths each side. What we do is come up here, double click on subpart 1, and you can see what is the top side. It goes a millimeter beyond the center, cuts around the supports inside and outside. We don't waste a lot of time making anything that we don't need. Subpart 2 is the back side. Real simple. We would save that off as step 2, and you're prepped, ready to go, make the next part.